There has been a place of worship here for around 1,000 years. The listed heritage building you see here today is the result of 10 centuries of the evolution of a Saxon church. The nave is probably on the footprint of the Saxon building. The Saxon lintel and carving, or tympanum, at the base of the tower may be a remnant from this time. After the Norman conquest in 1066, St Mary's was subject to the same changes that were made to thousands of churches across the land. The nave would have been rebuilt in stone. The tower would have been added, which would have been around half as tall as the one you see today. This early tower is denoted by the rougher stonework. Later Norman work resulted in the building of the north and south aisles and the original porch. The tower was also made taller. This is clearly visible in the middle layer of stone, which is different to those above it and below it. We are lucky that the typical rounded Norman arches still remain between the north aisle and the nave. In 1138, the font was installed, carved by the Aston master mason of the Hereford School of Romanesque sculpture, which famously adopted designs from all over Europe. It's intricately fashioned from a single piece of stone. The font originally stood in the centre of the west end of the nave, a little inside the internal door to the tower, close to where the organ now stands. It was relocated during the 1868 restoration and was damaged in the move. A crack is clearly visible. The 1300s saw further major changes. The tower was extended upwards and battlements added in more subtle dressed stonework. The south aisle was extended to become almost as big as the nave, and bigger than most of the village churches in the locality. The porch was moved westwards to its present site. The entrance of the porch is slightly off-centre, which suggests a porch altar site where marriage contracts and legal documents would have been signed, away from the more sacred spaces inside. During this time the chancel was built in what is called the decorated style. This was a style of Gothic architecture that was common in England from around 1290 to around 1350. Its main feature was the ornamental stone carving around windows and doors. In the chancel you can see some beautiful original medieval floor tiles. 4 bells were installed in 1552 and were recast in 1752. In 1949 they were deemed dangerous and taken out of use. 56 years later they were restored by Tower Captain Derek Overton and his team and are in regular weekly use.